asked Nigerians to share the stories of their mothers, the sacrifices they made for them, the journey of pain, love, devotion, and struggles made by our mothers to make us who we are today. They shared their stories with us. Thousands of entries, hundreds of interviews, and documentary across the country. 20 unique stories have been selected for us to learn from, appreciate, and celebrate. The sacrifices and devotion are real. Real people, real stories, real experiences. The emotional true life experiences being shared, narrated, and dramatized are simply captivating. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the most touching stories of our mothers. The Supermom reality TV show Celebrity Edition starts now.
Just as the crushing of a rose brings out its sweet perfume, so the celebration of mothers releases the sweetness within us. Celebration of rare love, tenderness, compassion, confidence, rare faith and humility. Whether singing or scolding, loving or smoothing, mothers tend to occupy a mythic space. Children see mothers as creators, godlike beings who nourish, mend, and love ceaselessly. For a long time, people have always looked for ways to appreciate their mothers, the ageless angels, the priceless princesses, the confidence of our boasts, the reality in our hopes, and the strength in our zeal. A friend, a life bearer, a defender, a shield, a teacher, a guardian, a leader, a nurse, a sister, a wife, and in all, a mother. Only mother's love understands our tears. Only mother's love calms our fears. Only mother's love soothes our disappointments. Only mothers share the joy we feel. Only mother's faith inspires the confidence in us. Mother's love, faith, boldness, steadfastness, inspirations and aspirations are fashioned by the angels and sent from God to mankind. Without mincing words, mothers are the greatest treasures heavens have lavished upon humankind. No wonder musicians all over the world wax songs just to appreciate these rare gems. Filmmakers go the extra miles to weave stories about her love, sacrifices, devotion, and loyalty. Our mothers are the sources of joy and the most essential gift of nature to mankind. They are the prominent things in our lives and key role players in the development of child and a nation as a whole. They are the firm rock of the society, and we say in one word, our mothers are peace. There was a need for a show to appreciate these women for their extraordinary efforts to make life easier and better for their children. Some of them go as far as stopping to live just so their children's life would be richer and better. The need for the Supermom reality show arose, and Nigerians were eager to share their stories. The Supermom reality show was birthed in 2010 to celebrate African mothers across socio-economic classes towards their unflinching love and uncompromising care for their children. Nigerians were encouraged to write a short story on why their moms are the greatest. Top 20 stories were selected, special interviews were conducted for the entrants and the mothers, while professional movie stars reenacted the stories in a very emotional drama. The show is highly emotional and most importantly, it is original. Each episode features 2 stories and the viewers will vote for their choice weekly to qualify for the final. The winning story wins a brand new house. The first runner-up a brand new car, while the second runner-up smiles home with a cash prize. The show is broadcast across Nigeria on NTA Network, AIT Network. It will broadcast once weekly for 13 weeks, 1 hour each per episode. Mrs. Nkechi Rapu went home with a star prize of a brand new home in the season 1 of the show, while Mrs. Muibat Adisa and Mrs. Blessing Upabi went home with a brand new car. and 500,000 naira cash prizes respectively as the first and second runners-up. In the season 2 of the show, Mrs. Folajogun Adesina was rewarded for her enormous sacrifices on her children with a brand new house as the winner, while Mrs. Theresa Nwoho and Mrs. Bessie Egbogbawoyi went home with a brand new car and 500,000 naira cash prizes respectively. You have seen 2 fantastic seasons of the most emotive TV experience in Africa. Now, we are braced up for an exceptional Season 3 of the Supermom. Are you ready?
Behind every successful man is a woman.
I'm a superstar because of my Supermom.
This is Supermom reality TV show, the Celebrity Edition. The Supermom Season 3 is regarded as the Celebrity Edition because we are only sharing and celebrating the stories of the mothers of major Nigerian celebrities on the show. Our superstars are human beings. They eat, drink, and do the things that we do, and they did not fall from the sky. They were raised, groomed, trained, and nurtured by mothers. They were kids, and now they're celebrated by Nigerians because of their talents, skills, or achievements. We want to share the stories of outstanding mothers who sacrificed themselves, went through pains, agonies, and stress to raise their children to national consciousness. Now, brace up for our 20 outstanding celebrities who are really excited about celebrating their mothers. 20 celebrities who are sharing their emotions, their challenges while growing up, and the sacrifices of their mothers towards making them what they are today. The countdown starts now. Julius Agu, the genius. A number of achievements set him apart from his peers in the comedy industry. The successes and strides of Julius Agu, otherwise known as the genius, paved the way for other young and uncut comedy talents to soar unfettered. There are 3 musical albums to his name today. In 2001, Julius established a comedy brand known as Crack Your Ribs. He has created many other comedy franchises, including the very popular Laugh for Christ's Sake.
My mother is Mrs. Mary Agu. While others were on their way to school, I would first go and help my mom to sell pap, to hawk pap. It became a tradition for me that I always went to school late. Somehow I would say that my mom didn't know she was actually building me for the future, because that actually helped in fighting or curbing what I consider as stage fright.
A theatre arts graduate of the University of Port Harcourt, Julius the Genius Agu has since established himself as a consummate entertainer with his successful and daring forays into music, acting, and events management. Olu maintained. Olu Adebulube first achieved fame as a member of the defunct group Maintain alongside his cousin Tolu. Despite hailing from a relatively privileged background, the soft-spoken chose music as a career, and he has made an astounding success of his choice. He would achieve bigger fame and fortune as a solo artist with the release of his debut album containing the massive hit single Yahuzi.
Mrs. Oyekome Caroline Adigbulu. I was very ambitious at a very young age, you know. I think part of me being overzealous was not allowing anything get in my way, including my mom. You know, so I did all the things, I did all the unimaginable bad things way back then. I sell my mom's jewelry and everything. I can remember this particular set she had, gold sets, I sold it. She was just waiting to see what the future would hold, and she's one of the happiest people now today because obviously she's proud of me. Obviously everybody in my hometown refers to my mom as Mama Maintain.
The place of Mr. Olu, as is also known among the pantheon of Nigerian music stars, was sealed many years ago. but he's not relenting as he keeps churning out good music for the benefit of his fans and followers across Nigeria and beyond. KSB. As far as contemporary Nigerian gospel music is concerned, Kenny Best, the artist formerly known as Kenny Brown, is a primus inter pares. Vibrant and continuously rejuvenating a brand to suit contemporary taste, KSB's music makes for compulsive listening. You can't expect any less from a very well-bred and educated young woman. Add to this mix is the fact that she is the younger sister of the doyen of Nigeria's hip-hop music, Kenny Keke Ogungwe. Keke changed the face of music in Nigeria with his Kenny's Music label, Primetime Entertainment, and Kenny's Music channel.
My mom's name is Otumba Letitia Ogungwe. I remember one day that I left school and just traveled. You know, I schooled in Ijebu, but somebody saw me in Lagos. And I went to my mom that we saw Kenny in Lagos. And my mom did not say anything. You know, I came back quietly and just entered the house like nothing happened. By 5:30 a.m. the following morning, there were 3 kinds of canes waiting for me. And there were 3 people manned with those things to show me the discipline of my life. You do not disobey your mother. You do not at any point just decide that you have come of age and just leave home.
KSB started her music career about 2 decades ago and remains till date one of the most successful and relevant contemporary gospel artists in Nigeria. A mother of 2, she is the definition of determination and perseverance. Ice K Earthquake. A member of the enduring dynamic duo, Earthquake, Ice K and his lifelong collaborator Adex have been churning out hit songs and albums for more than 15 years. This duo came to the music scene at a time when the homegrown music industry was at its teething stage. Despite the incursion of new and fresh talents into the industry, the duo never left the center stage. Instead, they keep releasing songs that even kids find hard to resist.
Wura is the name of my mother, and we call her by name. Wura is one person who I know who would always be ready to sacrifice all she has to have her children have a smile on their face.
Ice K, whose real name is Kunle Tomomiwo, is born into a family of devout Christians, and 4 out of his 7 brothers are practicing preachers. He is the last born of the family and says his mom is his biggest inspiration. DJ Humility. His name is on the lip of every lover of good music in Nigeria today. Yet he's not a musician. Today, DJ Humility is rated as one of the best disc jockey, not even in Nigeria, but beyond.
Okay, my mom is a pretty trader. She did so much in raising us. She tried so well in raising us. October 29th, 2005. There was a clash between the Nigerian police and the Nigerian army. And the Nigerian army, they forced their way into the barracks, they burned down the police station, went straight to our apartment, beat up my dad and threw him from upstairs. And my father finally gave up because 29th October, same 2005. So ever since, my mom has not been the same, and no compensation from the Nigerian government, and she's been taking care of the whole family.
His background, especially his growing up, actually depicts the acronym humility. He actually bears a heavy burden on his shoulders by virtue of being a young man living in the police barracks with experiences to show for it. His humility, as well as his professional exploit in music, has earned him a prominent place in Nigeria's music industry. Abbas Akonde Obesere, also known as Omo Rakpala. Obesere is a native of Ibadan, Oyo State, a popular Fuji musician. Obesere came into limelight with his lewd lyrics that openly touched on issues that were considered taboo in the conservative Yoruba community.
Orúkọ màmá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, Alájà Taibat, ọmọ Bóníkẹ́. Ìgbà kan wà tó jẹ́ pé màmá mi sọ story kan fún mi. Ó ní nígbà tí mo wà ní kékeré, ó ní mo sick time yẹn pé sickness yẹn ó ní agbára gan seriously. Ipe mo pẹ́ ní hospital yẹn gan. Ipe time tá à ń sọ yẹn pé ẹsẹ̀ mi méjèèjì ó yí sí ẹ̀yìn báyìí. Tó yẹ pé by operation náà fi dá ẹsẹ̀ yẹn padà. Màmá mi sọ fún mi pé ní ọjọ́ kan wà táwọn wà lọ́spítà pẹ̀lú doctor àtàwọn nurse tó ń tọ́jú mi gbà yẹn. Ipe àwọn kan tó gbé lásán níbi aago 2 òru sí aago 3 òru. Ipe nurse kan wà pé bàbá akọ gbájú tó gbé fún àwọn báyìí. Ipe ojú àwọn ń yọ mí lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni. Nurse ẹni ó tún sùn ó sùn ṣó yẹ kó máa sùn tó bá yẹ kó bí mo gbọ́n gbà yẹn ni màá máa rò máa pé ṣé mo lè yé. Ìyá mi Àníkẹ́ ọmọ Bóníkẹ́ Taibat.
Nígbàkigbà tí bá ti rántí Ọlọ́run tí mo rántí yìí ọkàn mi máa ń bẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n.
Following the paths of other successful musicians, especially the progenitor of modern Fuji music, Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, Obesere has also taken his brand of Fuji music all over the world. Respected and recognized at home and abroad, the unassuming music star is one of the few holding aloft the flag of Fuji music in a climb where hip-hop has taken preeminence. Kefi was born in Sapele, Delta State, and the third child of her parents' 6 children. According to her, growing up was fun by virtue of the parental love she had. Her father's support and encouragement right from the tender age of 8 as a member of her church choir propelled her to take to music, which no doubt has positioned her as a leading musician in Nigeria.
My mom did a lot to make me who I am today. There was a time when I was 13. I told her I was not feeling well. She was like, okay, you just came back from church, go and pray, go inside and pray that God should heal you. So I went inside, and the next thing I knew I said, okay, let me go and ease myself, and that was all I could remember until 5 days later. I woke up in the hospital and I was told a whole lot of stories. My mom did all that, and I heard she was crying on her knees every night. She would be praying, oh God, please help me, because she has lost a child before, so she does. Of course, nobody wants to lose her children, so she was crying. I remember my friends, when they came from school to see me in the hospital, they were telling me, your mom was crying all day, like, God heal her. I love my mom a lot and I really want to do anything for her. For me, this is like a celebration for my mom. Talking about her like this is celebrating the life of Mrs. Ejiru of Baraki. She's been a wonderful mom to me.
As a contemporary gospel singer, Kefi's sonorous voice and inspirational songs have earned her the toga of a prima donna. She's happily married to a broadcaster hubby. Talented Cobham's music career started as a child when he used to puff his cheeks to play the 12-bar blue, but the music-loving world knows better. He must have started in his mother's womb. Today, he's known for producing some of the greatest artists in Nigeria. Noteworthy among these artists is the Nigerian soul-singing sensation Asha, whose 2007 eponymous debut album became an international hit among others.
My mother's an extraordinarily special, super special mother. Her name is Gladys Omasiri Asukwo, you know. She raised me well. I think she raised all of us well, and I think she went through so much, you know, to make us who we are today. I'm sure that, you know, you would understand that raising a blind child is special in a sense. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And I know that, you know, I'm who I am today because of my family, because of my father and my brothers and my sisters, but you know, especially because of my mother.
After working as head of audio productions at a local label, Question Mark Entertainment, he set up his own recording facility in 2006. He is now the CEO, head of production of CAMP, Cobham's Asukwo Music Productions, an all-encompassing entertainment company that discovers, nurtures, and exposes great music talents. Cobham's has won multiple local and international awards for his creative and entrepreneurial contributions to the Nigerian music industry. Cobham's is signed on to Sony ATV London as a songwriter. J1, James Oluwajuwonlo Iledare, popularly known as J1, broke into the music industry with a hit track, Filebe. He grew up in Kogi and Kwara states and studied at the Federal Polytechnic Bida. He's been nominated for several awards and has won the Nigerian Music Video Award, NMVA, for the Best New Video in 2009. J1 started identifying with his talent from his early age by singing and writing songs.
Her name is Comfort Iledare. I lost my dad very, very early, and that was when, you know, when the demand was getting high. My mom had to be like the only person around that would do ask for things, like all the time. We're talking about the school fees, the feeding and everything, you know. But because she's a very hardworking person, you know, all that wasn't a problem, you know. The problem there was just, you know, we.
In the beginning, his mother, who single-handedly took care of the family after his father's demise, never supported his choice to go into music. But deep down within, he knew he was going to be on the entertainment scene. Flavor. Chinedu Flavor Nabania draws his inspiration from God and the likes of the legendary late Fela Anikulapo Kuti and the late Osita Osadebe, just to mention a few. Flavor's songs are original, as most of his hits are expressed in his mother's tongue, which is Igbo language. His brand of music is a fusion of African rhythm, high life, and contemporary jazz. In one word, Afro hip life. He sets the pace in his genre and is now widely accepted and enjoyed even to those who are non-indigents of the Igbo tribe.
My mother's name is Mrs. Felicia Mwatoka Okoli. One thing I can say of my mom is a very hardworking woman. She came from a poor home. She did a lot of domestic work in the house because she was like everything in the family, in her family.
He has played all over Nigeria, America, Europe, and most parts of Africa. He performed for the 50th African Music Concert, which was organized by Kora along with Akon and other prominent artists from Ghana, Benin, and Ivory Coast. He recently hosted and performed at the just concluded Channel O Awards held in South Africa. Tony Tetwila. For Anthony Olarewaju Awotoye, aka Tetwila, he had always wanted to sing right from his days in secondary school. He didn't get the chance to demonstrate his love for music, however, until he got to the Federal Polytechnic Offa in Kwara State, where he had been admitted to study business administration. For him, the only extracurricular activity he was interested in was music. Soon, it became inevitable that even he would one day mount the stage and showcase his love of the crooning profession.
I actually want to talk about my mom. Yes, so first of all, I used to call my mom Mommy. Mrs. Cecilia Awotoye. She's a very, very good woman. I remember when I was a year-old, you know, she told me a lot that she went through when I wasn't really feeling too good. Actually, nothing happened to me then, but all of a sudden I couldn't walk, you know. This is really spiritual, you know. And she was running to different people just to save me, just for me not to die, you know.
He was that popular amongst the ladies. Having started with the Remedies, he later went solo to launch his debut album with a consolidation of other musical hits, notably his collabo with Ghanaian Tic Tacs, I'm in Love with Two Women track. Presently, Tetuila remains a prominent factor in Nigeria's music industry. Sheyi Law. Sheyi was born on the 22nd of June 1983 to High Chief and Mrs. Japhet Aletile. His name is Aletile Idiloye Oluwaseyitan Lawrence. He started comedy professionally in 2007 after he won AY's Open Mic Comedy Competition in 2006 as the first winner and also the winner in the Fan Milk Comedy Competition in Lagos and National in 2007. He was under the tutelage of AY before he decided to stand on his own.
My mom, Mrs. Espa Tinola Aletile. I remember my mom boiled meat and she was about removing the meat from the fire, and I ran into the pot. Like she told me the story that my jaw got hooked to the pot. I fainted. My mom lost everything she had because of me.
The name Sheyi Law is a combination of Sheyi from Oluwaseyitan and Law from Lawrence. He was given the name by Jedi, a senior colleague in the comedy industry, who was impressed by his performance when they met in 2006 at an event where he had a standing ovation. Chico is one of the famous Ejiro siblings. The Ejiro family is one of the popular families ruling the Nigerian entertainment industry. Although Chico got into the game through his elder brother Zeb, he has conveniently carved a niche for himself as Mr. Prolific in the Nigerian movie industry.
I keep telling people that my mom is the best mom in the world. That's why I was growing up in 1971. My mother and my father separated from Equatorial Guinea. My mother brought me to Nigeria and then from Equatorial Guinea. Struggled so hard, my elder brother Zeb, to pay my school fees from these of my primary school in Ilorin. So she struggled so hard. I selling different things like Gary, Google, and stuff like that to train me in school in Ukelele Primary School. I'm the last born and I'm so close and passionate to my mother. And to me, my mother is the best mom in the world. I will do everything possible for her. She's old, she's getting close to 80. And you can see she's very strong because I love her so much. And me, my elder brother, Zeb, and the rest.
Chico's love for the make-believe world is traced to the early days when his mother used to take him and his elder brother to the cinemas. But today, with over 100 flicks to his credit, he ranks as one of the best directors in the Nigerian movie industry. On his best movies among the lot, the ace movie director, who sees his wife Joy as the pillar of his success, said, "I don't have any particular one, but I have a few I can count." Femi Adebayo. Adebayo Olufemi Lateef was born on the 31st of December 1972, a native of Ilorin in Kwara State. He graduated from the University of Ilorin where he studied law. While in the university, he also received training in drama and entertainment with the popular Awada Kerikeri School of Performing Arts under the leadership of his father, Adebayo Salami Oga Bello.
My mother, Alaja Ariskat Ejide Adebayo Salami. When I got married very early and some challenges were definitely come, but the challenges that came actually then was financial challenges. I was extremely broke. Mom will come to Ibadan with foodstuffs, money, you know, without daddy knowing. No woman can be so good, can be so loyal, can be so caring than my mother.
Femi is the CEO of J15 Media Network Nigeria. In 1996, however, he won the Movie Awards as the Best Upcoming Actor of the Year 1996, as well as the Best Movie Comedy in the last Best of Nollywood Award.
Bajeli. Kí ló ṣe yín? Àní kí ló ṣe yín? Kẹ́ ẹ tó máa wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ní wà lórí ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Bajeli.
Kunle Afolayan. Born in the mid-70s, Kunle Afolayan has a unique connection to the golden age of Nigerian filmmaking. His father, Adeyemi Adelove Afolayan, was one of the pioneering directors and actors of Yoruba film in the 70s, and Kunle has boldly taken this heritage and given it a modern twist.
My mother's name is Omaladu Afolayan, who is still alive. We spent more time with my mother while growing up. You know, so I think it was a huge responsibility for her to raise us. And I think you can tell from, you know, what we are today, you know, that she has really played her role as a mother. My mother will have to take me from our house in Ebutemeta all the way to Orile where my father lives, and, you know, and they had to transfer me to Aguda where the operation, you know, took place. And my mother will be the one to sleep in the hospital. You know, she won't eat, she'll be the one to feed me.
Highly acclaimed for his roles in Tunde Kilani's films Shaworide and Agogo Ewo, Kunle left his banking job in 2005 and attended the New York Film Academy, where he took a directing course. His first feature film, Irakpada, gained wide praise and heralded the arrival of a unique voice in the industry, one that explores the past with stories of myth and legend in Yoruba culture, but does so in the present. With his latest films, Araro Mire the Figurine and Phone Swap, Kunle thinks he's gotten the balance just right, with an elaborate red carpet-like debut starting from Lagos to Kenya. Ara is Nigeria's first female talking drummer of repute. She started singing and drumming at the very tender age of 5 and decided to get serious with music about 20 years ago. In the late 80s, she recorded her first work in honor of our hero Nelson Mandela.
My mom is Al-Aja Nosirat Olamuyiwa. When I started initially, because my mom told me a lot of family members kicked against it, you know, but she stood by me. She was there for me, even when everybody was calling me names in the family, saying, oh, the unprintable names, because I went into music. My mom stood her ground. A lot of people said nasty things to her, but today I am making the entire family very, very proud.
Ara has taken her music across the world. She has played in Ghana, the United Kingdom, France, Canada, and various states in the United States of America. She has performed before the Queen of England. She has also performed alongside big names in the global entertainment industry, including Wyclef Jean, Wesley Snipes, and the legendary Stevie Wonder, for whom she also featured on his album, A Time to Love, on the track If Your Love Cannot Be Moved. As Africa's first and finest female talking drummer on the world stage, Ara is known for her dexterity on the talking drum, her beautiful dance steps, choreography, and soulful singing. Binta Ayo Mogaji. After spending 3 decades in acting, Binta cannot imagine another job that can give her the kind of fulfillment she has got in acting. According to her, she would have done something related to acting if she never found herself in her present career.
My mother's name is Alaja Sarat Aduke Mogaji. She was born on the 17th of September 1932. I remembered one day I sneaked out of the house to go to a nightclub. My room was the last room to the exit to the back door. So what I did was I locked everybody in and I took the back door key with me. I don't know what might have happened before I came back. So as I just came back, I was turning the key. My mom was in the passage and she said, Cabo. I was like, whew. She didn't say anything that night. I went into my room, but I knew, yes, I got it. The following morning, she called me and gave me a story of if I continue my life like that, how I will use skirt and blouse to carry my firstborn. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That to fi kabak momo show, because all the inheritance you will ever get from me is this education I'm giving you.
I never thought of something else. If I've not been an actress, I would still have worked probably with external affairs or something related like mass communication, broadcasting. I could have been a journalist or anything. Whatever I could have done would be people related because that is where my passion lies. Scales. Scales, a songwriter, rap artist and performer. This talented young man has wooed many audiences around Nigeria with his unique rap style and charm on stage. From the Zayn True Search Talent Hunt competition in 2008 to the Sound City Blast concert in 2009, where he astonished the crowd with a rap a cappella.
I was raised by a single parent, which happens to be my mother, and her name is Mrs. Sani Martina Ayewa. When I was moving to university, my mother had to sell things, she had to sell rappers and all that. Then, okay, I was in university, she used to send me allowance, I don't know how she used to do it. All these things, she's not like she told me, I found out. Like I just found out later on how she was doing it and everything. And she used to sell her rappers sometimes, she used to borrow money to send me allowance, like anytime I'm broke in school and I call her. And all this while I was still hustling, doing my music though. So okay, one day I just finally told her that, you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to do music, blah blah blah. She was like, okay, you know what, go to school because you've come this far already. So just close your eyes, finish it up, get your degree, make sure your grades are good, and you can still be doing music aside. No problem. I don't have a problem with that. That's what she told me. That's why I think she's the best mom in the world, because she sacrificed everything for me. She sacrificed her life, her time, her energy, everything just to bring me this far.
He has gone to record well over 20 songs and has collaborated with some of the finest music acts like LD, Jeremiah Gang, Banky W and more. Now signed to Empire Mates Entertainment, 2 of his singles are currently rocking the airwaves as well as several of his collaborations.
For me to pick up my phone and just say, I love you from the heart, you're amazing. I still got passion like a fire that's blazing.
Foluke Daramola. Long before she left the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, where she read international relations, Foluke had warmed her way into the hearts of television buffs with a methodical portrayal in the popular soap Palace, produced by Tunji Bamishigbe and Ralph Nwadike. She would later go on to conquer the Yoruba movie industry as an actress and producer. In the intervening years, Foluke has evolved into a formidable force in the movie industry.
Question. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí n rí frustration. Ẹ kàn bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run nítorí pé ìgbà àìmọ̀ nìyẹn. Kẹ̀dẹ̀ bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ìyá mi náà torí tí ò bá kí n ṣàwọn náà bóyá n bá ti kú báyìí náà. My mom's name is Dr. Mrs. Nuriyike Aderonke Daramola. One thing I would always say that she didn't compromise with her education. Even in all of that, she will still tell you that you have to be educated, you have to go to school, you have to be somebody. 10 years after my dad died, I lost an elder brother as well. The other brother I lost was already in the University of Lagos by the time he died. And then, you know how demoralized for a mother to lose a child that was already 21 years. I've had reason to just say, thank God I have you as a mother.
The mother of 2 has distinguished herself in the committee of Nigerian actresses with an enviable and mouth-watering corpus of outstanding movies. Yor. As a fresh-faced, ambitious actor, Steve Onu, popularly known as Yor, got Nigerians glued to their television sets with his theatrics and side-splitting humor in the coming-of-age sitcom Flatmates, alongside Nigeria's biggest comedy export, Basket Mouth. The soap was produced by Kayode Peters. While Flatmates ran its course, Yor assumed a top-of-the-mind, must-see character. His diverse talent has, however, seen him transmute into a sought-after on-air personality with indigenous radio station Wazobia FM, where his various programs are a must-listen to.
When I was growing up, we had all the babadudus and the kuli, the sweet elepas and all those things. And I used to take money to go and buy those things. But she taught me one thing. She bought me kulu, the clay one, you know, where you have to be dropping the 10 kobo. Now, what they gave me to school then was, I think, just 10 kobo. So she would tell me to drop 5 kobo and take 5 kobo to school. That is one thing definitely that I learned from her.
Also a stage actor, Yo has produced various sold-out stage dramas like the recent April Fool and Molwe alongside comedian Owen G. A theatre arts graduate of the Lagos State University, Yo is also one of the most sought-after comedians in Nigeria today. In each episode, 2 celebrity mothers will be paired. End of the show, the top 3 mothers based on viewers' choice will win cash prizes, which will be shared with motherless babies' homes of their choice. In addition, the 3 mothers will win an all-expense-paid trip to Dubai with their celebrity children. This is another opportunity to appreciate your mother, love her, hug her. Maybe you can go to the extent to kiss her. Tell her once again how important she is in your life. Tell her her labor of love will never go unrecognized. Inasmuch as life can be so busy and we tend to forget those things that are really important to us. Let's not forget to show love to our mothers who never asked for much. Give her a hug today. It may be small, but it speaks volumes. Mothers, may they continue to live as long as they want and never want as long as they live.
Tell me who could be like a mama, I want to buy a motor, maybe bicycle. I want to build house for my mama. This is not the coco, I know they play coso. Be my mama, yeah. Mama, eh, mama. Hiddy body day, eh. Mama, eh, mama. I really love you so, yeah. Mama, eh, mama. Zagaze, ziggy zagaze, hey. Mama, eh, mama. Mummy, yeah. I remember those days in the stormy weather. That's how I go to get praise from my mother. She say, my son, please don't